Your host for MotorWeek, John Davis.
Well, hello and welcome again to MotorWeek. We're glad to have you with us. It never fails. No sooner do you pick a winner than a new challenger arrives on the scene. And that's the way it is with the Mazda Speed 3. This hot hatchback is a big reason that we picked the Mazda 3 as our driver's choice best small car of the year. But here comes the new Volkswagen Golf and this GTi, the latest version of the original hot hatchback. Seems like they've both got a score to settle, and we knew just where to go to do it. Of course, we mean the twisting 2 miles of Roebling Road Raceway, the scene of our most epic road battles. The 2010 Volkswagen GTi arrived cloaked in carbon steel gray metallic paint, a fittingly subdued color for this 6th-generation hot hatch. Exterior lines are redrawn all around for a smoother visual flow and harken back somewhat to the original GTi designs. Both 2- and 4-door body styles are available. Interior updates include a new steering wheel, instrument panel, and revised accent trim, while minor suspension upgrades further refine the GTi's fine handling. The Mazda Speed 3 enters 2010 with a more substantial list of updates, mostly meant to draw more attention to itself. Aggressively sculpted body add-ons adorn the front, sides, and rear of this 5-door only car and include a roof-mounted rear spoiler. The hood blister is a functional intercooler intake. Inside, our Velocity Red mica tester was more red, splashed across the seat fabrics and stitched throughout the seats, door trim, shifter boot, and steering wheel. Both our cars came shod with 225/40 R18 tires all around, but the Mazda's Dunlops were standard size while the GTIs had to be ticked off on the options list. The Mazda power plant is an all-aluminum 2.3-liter intercooled Turbo 4. Output is 263 horsepower and 280 pound-feet of torque. The Volkswagen slightly smaller 2-liter unit delivers a more modest 200 horsepower and 207 pound-feet of torque. Acceleration testing delivered an expected edge for the more powerful Mazda. This red pocket rocket romped to 60 miles per hour and a seriously quick for its size 5.6 seconds en route to a quarter-mile time of 14.1 seconds at 109 miles per hour. The Volkswagen lags behind by nearly a full second, hitting 60 in 6.5 seconds and winding up the quarter mile at 14.9 seconds and a terminal speed of 101 miles per hour. That margin got tighter on our road course though, where the Mazda Speed 3 circled the circuit only about a half-second faster than the GTi. The Mazda's power advantage was a distinct plus in straightaway speed and when exiting curves, but its power delivery was a liability inside the corners. Turbo boost comes on with a rush, sometimes at inopportune moments, causing heavy understeer and tire squeal and demanding constant steering correction to stay on course. The Mazda makes you work harder and also chew through its tires more rapidly. The Volkswagen is much easier to drive at the limit and allows the driver to make better use of its available, if limited, power. Most corners can be taken flat out, and while there is less speed to begin with, there's also less understeer to scrub off that speed. The GTi's more efficient cornering allows it to nearly keep pace with the Mazda despite a 63 horsepower disadvantage. Braking numbers for the pair were nearly identical, with the Mazda scrubbing off 60 to 0 in 118 feet, just a foot shorter than the GTi. Government fuel economy ratings, however, skew towards Volkswagen, with a fine 21 miles per gallon city and 31 on the highway. The Mazda Speed 3 manages just 18 around town and 25 on the open road, and that's if you can keep your right foot under control. Base sticker for our two combatants is so close, they're barely a tank of gas apart. $23,945 for the Mazda Speed 3 and $23,990 for the Volkswagen GTi. Both the 2010 Mazda Speed 3 and Volkswagen GTi combine everyday practicality with enough spice to keep your commutes interesting and your weekends memorable. Results mean a lot in a contest like this, and the Mazda Speed 3 backs up its boy racer looks with genuine high performance. It holds a clear advantage in acceleration, it powered its way to faster lap times, and its bold attitude appeals to today's younger enthusiast drivers. A significant minority of our crew preferred the Volkswagen for its solidity and refined driving dynamics. But for others, the Mazda held off its challenger with its overall performance advantage and visual come-ons. But whether you pick the Speed 3 or the GTi, you'll discover the intrinsic appeal of the hot hatchback and that it's alive and still kicking asphalt.